Central League Baseball. Archbishop Williams making a long trip from Braintree. Taking on St. Mary's. St. Mary's trying to make it 2 in a row. They knocked off shutting out a very good prep team. St. Mary's is 9-3, but for tournament purposes, they're 8-3. They won last night, but it didn't count towards the state tournament because it's what they call an exclusionary game. St. Mary's moved up, way up to Division I, and even more than Division I. Prep is one of the better teams in the state every year. First pitch is lined in the center field for a base hit by Ryan, the center fielder. And that's a big-time start. So the prep tries to get some games because they only have 5 teams in their league. And the Division I teams are hard-pressed to find teams to play. So you can count them if you wish, but in most cases teams do not. Swing and a miss. Dolan, the second baseman, is the hitter. Long trip from Braintree for Archbishop Williams, trying to get a split with St. Mary's. St. Mary's beat them at Williams. This league is, well, boy, it's spaced out. Spellman from Brockton and Williams from Braintree. Hit to third. They get 1 and they get 2. Great turn in the middle by Colin Reddy. T. Filippo started it. Not hit that high, but he charged it quickly. Got a good, strong throw to Reddy. Reddy with a great pivot in the middle over to Ouellette. And that runner was quickly knocked down on a 5-4-3 double play. So 2 quick outs. Ballou, the first baseman, is the hitter. Lee Pacheco on the mound. It's a very good story. The first of the year, Pacheco, he was the shortstop pitcher last year and did a very good job for St. Mary's. Good 3-sport athlete. But he got hurt in football. And he couldn't throw with any velocity. Hurt his arm or his shoulder. And they had to move him to first base. And the young freshman, Cabral, did a tremendous job filling in not only at shortstop but on the mound as well. They brought him back, thought they'd pitch him with a pitch count, maybe go 3 innings or so. He wound up pitching 5 or 6 terrific innings, and he's back playing shortstop, pitching. And it's a big plus for Derek Dana and the Spartans. On 4 pitches, he walks Ballou. And the pitcher, Sullivan, will be the hitter. And I apologize right up front, right in front of your screen. I know it partially blocked the netting with the wind and the storm and the roof collapsing. A lot of construction has to be done here. And the information I got was they're about to start. It's going to take a couple of days with a crew coming in, a big construction company coming in. They're going to refurbish this whole place. But right now, that net is hanging right. You can probably... What a play by Ouellette. A rope hit by Sullivan, the pitcher. He drilled that, and Ouellette went right to the bag. He's left-handed. He had to go across his body, and he picked it right at the bag. What an outstanding defensive play. If he doesn't get that, that's down, maybe go all the way to the fence. That might be a run. So Fenwick gets a hit and a walk. They leave 1. Pacheco says thank you to Kyle Ouellette, outstanding hockey player. And he's just been a tremendous play at first base. You got 1 shot to get that ball. Otherwise, it's right over the first base bag, down probably into the bullpen area. And Ballou might have been able to score from first base. So Sullivan, who just saw that ball get picked by Ouellette at first base, will take the mound and pitch for Williams. He bats lefty and throws righty. He'll be calling ready the second baseman leading off. Kyle Ouellette, first baseman, bats second. Catching and batting third, John Moretti. Batting fourth and playing third base, Jared Capola. Hitting number 5 and pitching is Lee Pacheco. DJ DeCenzo, the DH, batting for the center fielder, Colby Magliozzi, will hit number 7. Or number 6, excuse me. Hitting number 7 is Avon Cabral, the shortstop. Connor Donahue, the left fielder, bats number 8. And bring up the tail end of the batting order is Richie Pagluca, the right fielder. Colin Ray had a big night last night against St. John's Prep. He had 3 base hits. He was on base 4 times. He scored 3 of the 4 runs. And he made that nice turn in the middle on the double play. That was a big play. In for a strike. Good curveball. Ooh, late break. Right on the inside corner. Nice pitch. High for a ball. Colin thought that was outside. He got rung up. Good fastball by Sullivan. Kyle Ouellette, the first baseman, has already made his presence felt in this one. In for a strike. Two quick strikes. Talking to the Williams coach, I said, "Oh, you got 9 wins. A win tonight will put you in the state tournament." He said, "Actually, we're already in under the Sullivan rule because most of the games he plays are up in division. So he's already won enough games in his division to qualify for the state tournament." He's only got 5 games left. St. Mary's got 8 games left. Swing and a miss. Auspicious start for Sullivan on the mound. John Mulready, the catcher. Having a very good year behind the plate and with the bat. Sullivan was almost automatic throwing strikes. Swing and a miss. What an auspicious start. 3 up, 3 down, all strikeouts, 2 of them swinging. So Sullivan knocks down the first 3 hitters. We end the first inning the way we started it, dead even. St. Mary's nothing, Williams nothing at the end of 1. Gravassi, the catcher, will lead off the second inning. 5, 6, and 7 for Williams. A little sprinkling of fans behind the third base dugout for St. Mary's. And there's a little group bunched up way up on the back of the bleachers behind the Williams dugout from made the long trip from Braintree. And for the first time, a couple of people are blocking their eyes over behind third base with the sun coming out, blue skies. Unbelievable. And it actually has warmed up, one of the warmest days. It's not picture perfect. People still have to bundle up a little bit when the breeze comes, especially at night. But a lot better than it's been. In for a strike, taking all the way, Garassi. He'll still be fussy with the count his way. So he walks. So for the second inning, Williams has their leadoff hitter on. Sanders, the third baseman, will be the hitter. Nice stop by Moretti on a pitch that was down and away. We mentioned Pacheco, football player, contributed mightily to St. Mary's basketball program in the last couple of years. Solidly hit. This could be another double play. Cabral, that young freshman, we told you, filling in greatly. Solid shot by Sanders. Cabral made the play himself on the runner at second, and that's an image of the first inning. I hit a 5-4-3 double play, now a walk, and a 6-3 double play. A solid shot by Sanders, but Cabral able to scoop it, and he was right near the bag, made it easy. 6-3 double play. Two quick strikes to McPartland, the shortstop. Swing and a miss. He takes him down. So with the walk, Pacheco only faces 3 hitters. Second double play in 2 innings for the Spartans. That was the first strikeout for Pacheco. He has a 1-2-3 inning even with the walk. And St. Mary's will try to see what they can do with Sullivan. They haven't put the ball in play yet through 3 hitters. Jared Capola, Lee Pacheco, TJ DeCenzo will be the 3 hitters. Lights are on here at Fraser. They turn the lights on at Manning. Manning was very active earlier in the day. They had a huge, I don't know how many teams were here for the track meet. There were 7 buses parked in the parking lot and out behind the left field fence. Awful lot of people taking part in the track meet earlier today. Nothing here tonight. Jared Capola will try to get St. Mary's going. In first strike, again, Sullivan is automatic. Up and away for a ball. The 1-1 pitch up and coming. Curveball just broke late inside. That's a nice little curveball he throws. Two on the count. Hit high in the air. Circling everybody. The left fielder, I think, came up with it. He bumped into the center fielder. The shortstop was there. They all came together. The center fielder was going to make the play. The left fielder reached over and took it away from him. And he had to reach across his body. He's left-handed. So they break the streak of strikeouts. Lee Pacheco, the pitcher, will be the hitter. Hits it foul back and out of play. Way up and in, almost got a piece of up around the head. Pacheco had just bailed out of the way of that one. Wide for a ball. Someone just rears back and says, here it comes. Fishing for a ball. He gets that fastball over, that little off-speed, late breaking curveball will tie people up in for a strike and the count goes full. And it also makes that fastball a lot quicker when you see that off-speed pitch. Pacheco becomes the first base runner, drawing a walk. DJ DeCenzo, finishing up a very good career at St. Mary's. Very good lineman, outstanding lineman. Helped lead St. Mary's to the Super Bowl this year. Quick throw over, diving back is Pacheco. Almost took an extra step. Quick throw over. He had to dive back again. Looked like he might have been going. He shortens the lead up now a little bit. Hit in the left center field for a base hit. Pacheco, who can run, on his way. They're going to hold him. DeCenzo is out trying to stretch it to a double. Trying to go to second. Great relay and a terrific throw from the shortstop McPartlin to the second baseman Dolan. They put the tag on. Swing and a miss by Cabral. Well, St. Mary's had a golden opportunity. Looked like they were going to have second and third and one out. Swings through the first two pitches. We mentioned the young freshman Cabral. He's been a bright light for Coach Derek Dana. Down and in for a ball. Remember Coach Dana, Timmy Fowley, Tommy Donahue, his longtime assistants, three very good athletes at St. Mary's. Hit in the air. Short right field, long run by the second baseman. And the second baseman Dolan gets there and makes the play. So St. Mary's comes close. They put the ball in play. They get a walk and a base hit but trying to stretch it to a double. They're shut down in the second inning. So we still have nothing to show on the scoreboard. It's still St. Mary's nothing, Archbishop Williams nothing at the end of 2. Christiani, the right fielder, will lead off against Pacheco as we start the 3rd inning. I mentioned Derek Dana, Timmy Fowler, Tommy Donahue. They're all classmates and teammates in sports at St. Mary's. They graduated in 1988, 31 years ago. And they're rookies, because I just had a luncheon engagement with 14 of my former classmates. And it was our 64th. On the corner for a strike. Ooh, the umpire stood up. Hands started to come up, and as it started to come up, he said no. He put it back down. He wanted to call that a strike, and halfway through, he said, no, it's a ball. But he came halfway up with that right arm. So that was half a strike. Hit slowly to third. 2 nice plays. Capola with a great play, hustling in, that little tapper. No wasted motion. Threw it to the home plate side, right on the foul line at first base. And Ouellette made a great pick at first base. Boy, they combined on 2 very nice plays. Getting to it quickly, Capola getting rid of it quickly. And Ouellette making a great pick at first base, completing the play. So 5-3, both sides of the ball, big defensively. Swing and a miss by Kochko, the left fielder. Throws left, bats right. Hit back to the mound, Pacheco. He's a rebounder when he plays basketball. He went high in the air over his head to pick that one. That's a nice defensive play also. That gets by him. That could be a base hit. It wasn't hit that hard. It was a chop. Would have been a tough play for Cabral over the mound. But Pacheco went way up in the air like he was rebounding the basketball and made the easy play. In for a strike to Ryan. He led off with a base hit and was quickly knocked down on a 5-4-3 double play. That one goes to the backstop. High and tight for a ball. Hit in the air to right center field. It's going to be in for a base hit. Getting to it quickly is Pagluca, holding it to a single. So Ryan's got his second hit. Let's see if they try to get him to second base. Dolan bounced 5-4-3 double play. So Pacheco faced 4 in the first inning, a walk and a hit, but only 1 left on base with the double play. He gave up a leadoff walk in the second, erased on a double play. Now after 2 outs, Ryan gets his second hit. Get out front just enough to rip it. Foul, hit it very hard, but got out in front and pulled it well foul past third base. The runner takes off. They pitched out, and the throw was to the shortstop side of second base. They guessed right. He was going. They threw a pitch out, and the throw was to the shortstop side of second base. So Ryan's in with a stolen base. Moretti, I think, trying to put a little too much mustard on that. Hit high in the air. It's going to go foul and out of play. We mentioned Williams played St. Mary's tough. The first game was like 1-1 late in the game. St. Mary's wound up winning, I think, like 7-1. Hit in the air to right field. Pagluca almost took a couple of steps to his left, a couple of steps to his right back where he normally was. The fly ball to right field. Williams leaves a runner in scoring position. And for the third straight inning, St. Mary's will get a chance to get on the board first. And as it was for Williams, shall it be for St. Mary's, 8-9-1. They both batted 7 through the first 2 innings. St. Mary's had 2 base runners. Fenwick has had 4, but 2 of them were wiped out on double plays, back-to-back first and second innings. So Solomon will start his third inning of work. Connor Donahue, Richie Pagluca, Colin Reddy, the 3 hitters. I mentioned those 3 coaches. They also have, St. Mary's also has Sean Buckland, Brent Losey, Brian Mulvey, Jay Bullock, all former St. Mary's athletes. Brian Mulvey is the oldest one of the group. Graduated in 1982. 37 years ago. Curveball just broke late. And it's got that little hook. He throws it inside. They back off, and at last minute it breaks. Hit, nice pick. Nice play by the pitcher. Stretched as far as he could, just picked it off. And he'll throw Donahue out. Rich Pagluca, the right fielder, will be the hitter. That one bounces off the catcher. Deflected right to the on-deck hitter, Colin Reddy. Third baseman might be thinking he might be trying to bunt to get on. He's well in front of the third base bag. In for a strike. Chop foul down the first base side. St. Mary's waiting to get Bobby Alcock back. He got hit in the head with a line drive. Thank God it didn't kill him or do serious damage. He had a concussion. And he's waiting to get back in shape. Sullivan wind up and didn't throw. He didn't throw anything because Magluka had stepped out. Time was called. Strike 3 called. Fourth strikeout for Sullivan. Colin Reddy was called on strikes leading off the bottom of the first. Missing wide for a ball. In for a strike. Sullivan took a little too much time. Reddy stepped out. That sun has gone away. Nothing but clouds up there most of the place. But they're nice, big, puffy white clouds. A couple of patches of blue sky. Hope this might be the sign of change in the weather. Hit to short. Long throw across the diamond. They get ready. 6-3. So we're still moving along. Neither team taking advantage of anything. Again, we're right back where we started. Dead even. St. Mary's nothing. Williams nothing at the end of 3. 3-4-5 for Williams. Blue, the first baseman, will lead it off. He drew a walk in the first inning against Pacheco. In for a strike. Waved at that one, chased it. Quickly 0-2. Wide for a ball. Tap to second base. Colin Reddy. What was it? Kyle Willett. Two pretty good hockey players combining for the out. One up, one down in the fourth. Sullivan, the pitcher, hit a rocket. He swung. He tried to hold up. The pitch was down the turf, and he couldn't hold up. He went through with the swing. He hit a rocket right over the first base bag, right at the first base bag. Kyle Willett made a great play, picking it and getting the third out. And that was with a runner on. Could have caused some problems. Hit the second base. Nice play by Reddy. No wasted motion. He had to go way to his right and field that and then turn and make the throw. Sullivan gets an extra step being a left-hand hitter. So two quick plays, a very nice play. The last one by Reddy. Gervasi walked and was quickly eliminated on a 6-3 double play. Hit it right on the nose, hit it to Cabral at shortstop. And Cabral turned the double play. Thought about it, held up, and the pitch was down for a ball. Chop towards third, foul. One, two, the count. Gervasi is the catcher for Williams. Looked like Pacheco took a little something off, maybe trying to break the ball across, and Kravasi just got a piece and stays alive. Again, thought about it, and just held up as the pitch broke down and away. Deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Chased that one and swung right through it. Williams goes down 1-2-3. Easy inning for Pacheco. Picks up his second strikeout. We're halfway through the ball game. Neither team able to dent the scoreboard. St. Mary's got a runner as far as third on what looked like a double for DJ DeCenzo, but a big play turned. Great cutoff, great relay. The left fielder to the shortstop to the second baseman, and they nailed DeCenzo trying to stretch it to a double. And that was big because it was the second out. And a pop up by Cabral, it was down the right field line. The second baseman caught it over his shoulder. Pacheco probably could have tagged up and scored, but it was the third out. Fenwick got a runner as far as second base with 2 outs in the third. The other 2 base runners they had were knocked down in double plays. First game that we did today, Link Glasgow, Finnegan and Rayo combined 5 innings and 2 innings, facing 22 hitters, 6 of the 7 innings. The pitching only faced 3 hitters. Walden got 2 hits and a walk, and 2 of those were thrown out on the base pass. Chop foul towards third base. Low for a ball, nice stop by Gravesi, the catcher. Hit to short. Nice play by McPartlin over to Ballou. They get Ouellette out 6-3 starting the 4th inning. So Pacheco has faced only 2 over the limit thanks to those 2 double plays. Sullivan has faced only 1 over the limit thanks to that great relay picking the guy at second base. In for a strike. John Mulready was struck out swinging. Sullivan was impressive in that first inning, striking out the first 3 hitters. Good curveball. He gets that pitch over, he's going to be a very tough pitcher. And here's ready to throw again. Already asked for time and got it. And for young kids at home, that's the best thing to do if you're on the mound. Go through with the motion. Don't stop. You could hurt yourself. Hit foul. Could pull something or step the wrong way or stop. Just continue with the motion. You don't have to throw the ball. Just continue like you're throwing the ball. Chop, foul. Tommy Donahue, the third base coach, makes the play. Swing and a miss. Five strikeouts for Sullivan. Second inning is the only inning he didn't get a strikeout, but he made up for that in the first inning, getting 3. Jared Capola flied to left field. Hits it up the middle. Nice play by the shortstop. McParlin had to go way to his left, picked it. He gets 2 plays in the inning. So the beat goes on. Neither team can push anybody across. We've completed 4 here at Frazier Field. We're still dead even. St. Mary's nothing, Williams nothing at the end of 4. Sanders, McPartlin, Christiani, 6, 7, and 8 for Williams as we start the 5th inning. We mentioned the travel for this league probably travels further than most leagues. Spellman from Brockton, Williams, Braintree. Tries to bunt, pops it foul back. St. Mary's, Spellman, St. Mary's, Fenwick, and Austin Prep don't have it as difficult. They go there once. Like Williams, Spellman, they have to come here to the North Shore, here to Lynn North Shore area 3 times for Austin Prep, Fenwick, and St. Mary's. So that's a tough trip. And a lot of times they'll play at 4 o'clock game. I know soccer, they play games at 3:30. I don't know why. And you come in all that traffic. Waved at that pitch that was down the way. He chased it. Nice pitch by Pacheco. McPartlin struck out swinging his first trip. He's a shortstop. He's made a couple of nice plays at shortstop. High and tight for a ball. Hit up in the air, foul, back and out of play. I dressed like I was going to the hockey rink. I brought my gloves. The other night I brought my gloves, and when I got home I was still ice cold. It was so bitterly cold after last night's game with the Prep here. I don't need my gloves tonight. It's a decent night here at the ballpark. Not the best. You can't wear a t-shirt and shorts. But it's the best we've had in a very long time. Hit straight up in the air. Colin Reddy calls everybody off and makes the play, stepping up on the green turf as opposed to the red turf. And apparently got that and lifted that high in the air to second base. That's 5 plays by Colin Reddy in 5 innings. High and tight for a ball. Christiani bounced out third to first. That was that nice play where they tapped it to third. Capola made the nice play getting to the ball quickly. Threw the ball low to first, and Olette picked it. So it was a nice play on both ends, getting Christiani out. Hit foul back, and we had Deuces Wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in the top of the 5th in a scoreless game. Pop behind shortstop, just a little love tap. Cabral went a step or two out in the grass. Second 1-2-3 inning for Pacheco. Williams is down in the top of the fifth. Picked up his third strikeout. 7 in a row retired by Pacheco. 7 in a row retired by Sullivan. So the pitching dominating along with some very good defensive plays on both sides. And it shows on the scoreboard, 0-0. So again, for the 5th straight inning, St. Mary's will have a chance to get on the board first. Lee Pacheco, TJ DeCenzo, Avon Cabral, the 3 hitters. Sullivan will start his 5th inning of work. He's only given up 1 base hit. And that hit was thrown out trying to stretch it to a double, and that was huge because there was a runner ahead that wound up at third base and got stranded there. Pacheco drew a walk. He was the one that went to third on DeCenzo's base hit and got stranded there. That's the closest anybody has come to scoring. Missing low for a ball. Five, 6, and 7 for St. Mary's here in the bottom of the 5th. Punched in the air. Center fielder coming on and makes the play. Ryan called everybody off. Pacheco looked like get that down the bottom of the bat. One up, one down in the 5th. DeCenzo ripped one in the left center field and got caught trying to stretch it to a double. Down the way for ball 2. Low for ball 3, so he'll take at least 1 here. In for a strike. And again, as I like to say, he'll be fussy here. 3-1. It's got to be a pitch he can handle. Sullivan's got to come in with 2 more. Hit near second base. Very nice play. Dolan had to go way to his right, almost to the second base bag, and a little off balance, got the throw over to Ballou, and they throw DeCenzo out. So 2 up, 2 down. Swing and a miss. Cabral popped up in the short right field to the second baseman. A nice over-the-shoulder catch. High for a ball. Sullivan doesn't take much time. He's ready to throw as soon as he gets the ball back. Low for a ball. 2-1 the count. Low again, 3-1. Again, he can be fussy here with the count 3-1. Missed inside. Cabral draws the second walk given up. Sullivan had retired 9 in a row. Ten if you count the runner being thrown out at second base, trying to stretch it to a double. But 9 in a row, retired before the walk. That's the second walk. Last one was back in the second inning. That was Pacheco. They got to third on a hit by DeCenzo, was stranded there. Connor Donahue bounced to the pitcher. Sullivan made a nice pick, going to his left and reaching and picking it off and throwing him out at first. Hit to the first baseman. A little backhanded play. Very nicely by Ballou. Went to his right, reached across his body, backhanded it, and he makes the unassisted play. So the walk doesn't hurt. And the beat goes on. Nobody can get any advantage. We're still dead even. St. Mary's nothing, Williams nothing at the end of 5. 9, 1, and 2 as we start the 6th. St. Mary's has only had 3 base runners, 2 walks and a hit, and the hit was thrown out, trying to stretch a single to a double. 2 hits and 2 walks. Williams has had 4 base runners, 2 of them wiped out on double plays. Krochko, the left fielder, bounced to the pitcher. Pacheco making a nice defensive play. Down and away. Coppola thinking maybe trying to bunt. He's way in at third base. In for a strike. So Pacheco is into the 6th. High for a ball. Down and away for a ball. I think Pacheco wanted that pitch. In for a strike. Hit in a right center field for a base hit. Magliozzi gets there and cuts it off, holds it to a single. Pacheco had retired 7 in a row. Let's see if Williams goes small ball. Ryan has got 2 base hits in his 2 trips. He's got the only 2 hits off Pacheco. Coppola is really sneaky in at third base. They bunted foul. Boy, Coppola was right down the throat of Ryan. He was very shallow to begin with. He was almost softball distance when he started and just tore towards home plate. Ryan bunted it foul off to the first base side. They throw it down. They hit the base runner. Krochko getting back ready, trying to sneak in behind Krochko at first base. They threw it down, and it wound up hitting the base runner. Luckily, it didn't go into right field. Here comes Coppola again. They let it go. And it's a base hit. Coppola, I thought he was going to field it and get a play at second base. And it went right by him and it rolled right over the mound. Pacheco tried to get the last second, but Ryan beats it for his third hit. And Williams has first and second with nobody out. Dolan, the second baseman, bounced to a double play, fly to right. Let's see if he bunts. So a big break for Williams. Tries to bunt and fouls it off. He didn't square. He was running up on it. He was almost like bunting for a hit rather than a sacrifice. So a big break. They pushed the ball right to the mound. Pacheco thought Coppola had it. Coppola thought Pacheco was going to get it. Nobody got it. It winds up a base hit. Throw over to second. First base, third base charging. Reddy went to cover second rather than first. Looking for a play at second base. And now, I don't know if Reddy, I think, has a problem with his glove. He's going to get a new glove. So the first real threat, really for either team, but certainly for Williams, 2-1, nobody out. Dolan, we mentioned, 5-4-3 double play and fly to right field. Coppola again, way in at third base. They threw it high and tight. Coppola charged. Cabral was running to cover third, thinking the runner would try to steal with nobody at third base. Cappola's almost side saddled at third base, checking out the runner at second. They throw over to first, trying to get the run, hoping they might catch him by surprise. They pop it up, and they can't get it. Pacheco with a dive trying to get it. If Coppola was back a couple of steps, that was going to be an out. He was almost to home plate when Dolan bunted it. Boy, Williams got a huge break. That's 2 breaks in the inning. The bunt for the hit, and now the pop-up that's not caught. That's an easy play normally for Coppola, but he was charging, and he was in so far at third base, he couldn't make the play. So the bunt is off now with 2 strikes. Dolan almost on top of the plate. Waves at the pitch for strike 3. That's a big out. Ballou, the first baseman, walked and grounded to second. Derek Dana takes the opportunity to come out and has a little confab on the mound with everybody. Costco started with a base hit into right center field. Ryan laid down a perfect bunt, and it was like, I got it, you get it. Nobody got it. It wound up a base hit. Williams got a big break when the attempted bunt was popped up, but nobody could get to it. But then they wind up striking Dolan out anyway for the first out. So it's a big out. They need 2 more big outs. In for a strike. With the 3 and 4 hitters up, you're probably not going to get a bunt. You don't want to give an out away here. So they're probably going to be swinging away, hoping they need 1 hit, possibly to get a run in. Nice stop by Moretti. And the runner takes off and goes to third. Anyway, Moretti couldn't find it. The pitch was in the dirt. Good base running by Krochko. It went in the turf, bounced away, got off the bag quite a bit. Moretti couldn't find it. And he took off and went to third, and Coppola made a nice play. They almost threw that ball into left field. So now first and third, and you would think that Williams would try to steal second base, or at least maybe try to steal a run. Not a big lead at first base. High for a ball. So the bench, both benches actually have been a little bit quiet, but Williams now getting a little bit excited. Their first base runner to third base with only one out. Hit in the air to short center field. Magliozzi coming in, makes the catch. They hold the runner. Good job by Magliozzi to get it right back. Not hit that deep. Magliozzi had the momentum coming to the ball, and as soon as he caught it, he got it right back to the mound to let the cutoff man. So now there's two outs. Sullivan, the pitcher, can help himself. He hit a rope to first base that Ouellette went down and smothered right at the bag in the first inning. He grounded out second and first his last time. This is a very big at-bat for both teams. Popped up. Left fielder coming on. Connor Donahue calls everybody off. Pacheco toughens up and gets out of the inning. They had first and third with one out. They don't score. It was a big strikeout that Pacheco got. And then the two fly balls, but the first one was very shallow, unable to tag up. They wouldn't have been able to tag up on the second one either. That was very shallow. And Connor Donahue did a nice job calling everybody off. Third baseman, shortstop, both going out. They would have going back on the ball. Connor Donahue coming to the ball, had the best shot at it. He made the play and gets St. Mary's out of the inning. And keeps Williams off the board. And I sound like a broken record, but for the sixth straight inning, St. Mary's has a chance to get on the board first. 9-1-2. And we're going to get a pinch hitter. Austin Foglietta is going to hit for Bagluca. Foglietta last inning against the Prep got a suicide squeeze down and knocked in a run. Down and away for a ball. Foglietta, then back to the top of the order. Calling ready, Kyle Ouellette. Missing for 2-0. In for strike. Good fastball. 2-1 the count to the pinch hitter, leading off the bottom of the sixth in a scoreless game. On the inside corner, so quickly Sullivan comes back, evens the count at 2. Low for ball 3, so a big pitch coming up. Full count on Foglietta. St. Mary's looking for a base runner. Sullivan looking for an out. The payoff pitch. On the corner for strike 3. That's a good pitch. You got to protect the plate with 2 strikes, but that was a very good pitch. 6 strikeouts for Sullivan. Already struck out and grounded to short. Taps it to third. Nice play by Sanders, very quickly getting it over to first. And very quickly there's 2 outs. Kyle Loletta struck out and grounded to short. Down and away for a ball. In for a strike. Good curveball, just caught the inside corner. Late break. Chop foul. Past the St. Mary's dugout. Low for a ball. So deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. In this scoreless game here in the bottom of the 6th. Chased that pitch, it was down and away. So a big inning for Sullivan. He strikes out 2. And the beat goes on here at Fraser Field. Still nothing to choose between these 2 teams. St. Mary's nothing, Williams nothing at the end of 6. Gravassi, the catcher, will lead it off. He has walked and struck out swinging. Hit straight up in the air. It's going to go back and out of play. 5, 6, and 7 for Williams as we start the 7th inning. Scoreless. Down and away for a ball. St. Mary's had one of these games. They played Austin Prep. They went 11 innings. Darkness set in. They had to cancel it, and they came back on a Saturday and finished it up. They went 15 innings. And St. Mary's got nipped 3-2. I'm kind of praying that we don't have one of those tonight. Hit in the air to left field. Connor Donahue, a few steps to his left, makes the play. 1 up, 1 down in the 7th. I'm looking at all the clouds up above. Right over center field is almost like someone turned a light on. There's a little spot that looks like a light bulb right over the center field. You can't miss it when the ball's hitting the air. You look up and see it. Sanders, the third baseman, is grounded to short and struck out swinging. Quickly, 2 strikes. Reaches for that one and taps it to second base. Reddy will make the play. He's made a few. That was not a really full swing. He just kind of almost threw the bat at the ball, just tapped it to second base. McPartlin, the shortstop, has struck out swinging and popped to second base. And he drills it in the center field for a base hit. Reddy at second base has made 6 plays. Put outs and assists. Quick throw over, quick tag by Ouellette. McPartlin hustles back. Christiani, the right fielder, is grounded to third and popped to short. In for a strike. I thought they might try to get McPartlin to second base. Got a very short lead. They throw over any quick tag by Ouellette. McPartlin gets back. Good pitch on the corner, little breaking ball. Pacheco gets ahead of Christiani. He's the right fielder for Williams. Hit in a right center field for a base hit. They're going to make the turn and go to third. So 2 out Lightning so far for Williams. 2 base hits after 2 outs. And for the second inning in a row, they have runners at first and third. Last time they had it. It was with nobody out. Crutchko bounced to the pitcher and singled his last time up. So Williams with a shot again. Looking for a run with 2 outs, first and third. In for a strike. Another big part of the ballgame, another big hitter for both teams. This is the number 9 hitter. On deck is Ryan, who's got 3 hits and 3 trips. Hit in the right field for a base hit. They do it with 2 outs. They nail the runner at second base. Williams is out talking to the umpire, but it's not going to do him any good. So Williams finally dents it. They had 4 hits coming into the inning. They get 3 hits in a row with 2 outs. And they put the first run on the board. So 2 quick outs, and then all of a sudden, 3 straight hits. So unless St. Mary's can get a run here, Pacheco's going to be a hard luck loser. He gave up 7 base hits, 5 of them in the last 2 innings. 3 of them in the last inning after 2 outs. The run is earned, obviously. He walked 2 and struck out 4. And St. Mary's just really hasn't been close. In the second inning, they got a walk and a base hit. The runner was thrown out trying to extend it to a double. Since then, they've only had 1 base runner, a 2-out walk to Cabral. Twelve of 13. Actually, 13 of 14. Retired by Sullivan. John Mulready fouls the first pitch off. He struck out swinging twice. 3, 4, and 5 for St. Mary's. They need a run, or they're going to get a very hard loss in the Catholic Central League. And Williams is going to have a happy bus ride home and get a split between the 2 teams. Good curveball, drops in for a strike. That's been a nice pitch for Sullivan all night long. Hit hard. 1 quick hop to the shortstop. Safe at first base. The throw was high. A big hop to the shortstop. He threw it high, and Mulready will reach on the error. First error by either team. And we got a pinch runner for St. Mary's. Capolas flied to left and grounded to short. Will he try to move the runner over? Third baseman. Sanders thinks so. He's pinching way in at third base. Pitch was way outside. He tried to bunt it anyway and missed it. He needed a much longer bat to even make contact. That was way outside. He just had in his mind, I got to bunt this pitch. It's got to be a strike. High for a ball. Everybody moving. Third baseman charging. Shortstop going to second. Second to first. First baseman is charging late because you got to hold the base runner. So everybody moving. Wheels turning on both sides. Gets the bunt down. Sullivan makes the play. Capola does his job. Pacheco can help himself. He's walked and flied to center field. So Capola got it done. He moved the tying run over to second base. Derek Dana having a long talk with his pitcher hitter. Pacheco with DJ DeCenzo on deck. Curveball had him backing away, drops in. Nice pitch again. Just keeps him a little off balance, not knowing if it's going to be the fastball or the curveball. And he's throwing that pitch for a strike more often than not. Hit the deep shot. Long throw, they overthrow him. The runner had a hold up at second base. 2 errors in the inning. Pacheco hit in the nose to deep shot. It was a long throw. They threw it way over the head, but The runner couldn't go from second because the ball was right in front of him. So now they're going to talk about what happens if the runner at first base goes to second. So now St. Mary's has the tying run at third, the winning run at first base for DJ DeCenso, who has singled, got thrown out trying to stretch it to a double, and he bounced out second to first. Now, if you're St. Mary's, do you risk setting Pacheco down to second base? And if you do, if you're Williams, do you try and throw him out with the tying run at third? Last time St. Mary's, and the only time that St. Mary's had a runner at third base, was in the second inning with 2 outs. And up until these 2 errors, they've only had 1 base runner since the second inning. And that was a walk to Cabral with 2 outs in the 5th. So St. Mary's trying to pull it out here in the bottom of the 7th. Williams trying to hold on to that 1-0 lead and win it by 1-0. G.D. DeCenso would love a base hit, but he wants to keep it in play. I'll get it in play. Curveball drops in for a strike. Pacheco takes off. They don't throw it, they let him go. So that takes off the potential double play in the infield. Second and third now, the winning run in scoring position. Wouldn't DeCenso love to get a base hit here? Chopped it slowly. They make the play, but St. Mary's ties it up. Nice play by the third baseman, Sanders. Pacheco had a hold at second base. So neither team could score through 6. They both get a run in the 7th. Wouldn't love Cabral, the young freshman, love to get a base hit here. In for a strike. He has popped to second and walked. Pacheco, the winning run at second base. So St. Mary's has a pulse. They've come back to tie it up. Chased the high fastball, swung right through it. Pacheco takes off a third. It goes by the catcher. I'm going to give him a stolen base because he was there easily. So the winning run is 90 feet away. They're doing this without a hit. 2 errors in the inning. Sullivan can certainly sue for non-support. St. Mary's only had 3 base runners through 6 innings, and one of them was thrown out on a base pass. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So we couldn't score for 6. Both teams get a run in the 7th. And here we go into extra innings. We'll start the 8th inning dead even at 1 apiece. Top of the order for Williams. Ryan, the center fielder, is perfect. He's got 3 base hits. St. Mary's got a bit of a break. They got knocked the runner down at second base for the 3rd out. Made a wide turn, and the throw came to second base, and they tagged him out. And Ryan didn't get to hit. Pitch in for a strike. 7 hits given up by Pacheco, 3 of them by Ryan. So it's 1-2-3 for Williams here in the 8th. And he's got his 4th base hit. So that throw out at second base was huge. Dolan, the last time he was up, tried a bunt, missed it both times, and wound up striking out. He's hit it a double play, 5-4-3, flied to right and struck out. So Williams gets the go-ahead run at first with nobody out here in the 8th inning. Again, Coppola right down the throat of Dolan. Last time they did this, the bunt, they let it go thinking everybody had it and nobody got it and wound up a base hit. Great stop by Mulready. He took that one right around the belt buckle. That keeps the runner at first base. Williams is going to loosen somebody up in the bullpen. Getting back is Ryan. He has stolen a base back in the second inning. Gets back standing up. And I bow to Frank Carey, the winningest coach in New England. He said if you can get back standing up, you can get out a little bigger lead. They take off. They got a great pitch to run on. The ball was down, and Ryan steals second base. The go-ahead run in scoring position. So once again, Williams with a threat here in the top of the 8th. Squeezing in at first and third. Throw to second, not in time. So white knuckle time on the St. Mary's side. Trying to keep it even going into the bottom of the 8th. Williams trying to get yet another lead. They push the bunt down to third. Great play by Coppola, throw him out. But the sacrifice works. They had this before, the runner at third with one out. Same situation. Blue hit a shot fly to very shallow center field. They couldn't score. And a fly to left got St. Mary's out of the inning. This is not going to get him out of the inning. This is long enough for the run to score. Blue, the fly ball to right. The runner's going to score. Jumped on the first pitch. And Ryan, what a perfect day he had leading off. 4 base hits, 2 stolen bases. And he's on the verge of scoring the winning run if St. Mary's doesn't score in the bottom of the 8th. Sullivan has hit a rock at the first base that Ouellette got. Brought the second, fly to left, and now flies out to center field. But Ryan, the center fielder, gets it done for Williams. He gets his 4th straight hit. And a big play. He stole second base. Gets sacrificed to third and scores on the fly ball. So Ryan manufactures the run. And once again, St. Mary's have their backs to the wall. So right now, Pacheco is going 8 innings. He's given up 8 base hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, 1 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th. He's walked 2 and struck out 4. He's on the verge of losing a very tough loss. Sullivan's coming out to start the 8th inning. For St. Mary's, it'll be 8, 9, and 1. Fenwick got a run in the 7th, and then Fenwick gave away a run in the bottom of the 7th. 2 big errors. A ground ball knocked the run in. They left the winning run at third base with 2 outs. And now Ryan gets it done for Williams. Manufacture run. Single. Steals second. Gets sacrificed to third and scores on a fly ball. 8, 9, and 1 for the Spartans. It's going to be a late night getting home for Williams. All the way back to Braintree. But he'll take it happily if they can hold on to this 1-run lead in the bottom of the 8th. Wide for a ball. Sullivan's given up 1 base hit in the ball game. Down and away for a ball. He's only allowed 4 base runners, and 2 of them were errors. In for a strike, 2-1. Connor Donahue has bounced to the pitcher and bounced to first base. Working hard to try and get on base here. Down and away, 3-1. So I would think that Connor Donahue would take a long look here. In for a strike. Another big pitch coming up in this ball game. 3-2. St. Mary's needs a base runner. Hit to first base. Big hop. Easy play for the out. One up, one down in the 8th. Rich Pagluca will come back in. He re-entered after being hit for by Austin Foglietta. He struck out, calls for third strike on his 1 at bat. So after the hit by DeCenzo in the 2nd inning, a walk and 2 errors are the only base runners for St. Mary's. Pitch was way outside. He couldn't reach that with a telephone pole, but he had his mind up. He was going to try and bunt and get on, and he went after it and missed it. And it's 2 quick strikes. Down and away for a ball. Again, Sullivan doesn't waste much time. He's ready to go. There's the curveball. Just caught him looking. Nine strikeouts for Sullivan. St. Mary's down to their last out. Calling ready. Struck out. Grounded to short. Grounded to third. Curveball drops low for a ball. He's all set, ready to throw when he gets the ball back. In for a strike, 1-1. Hit in the air, long run for the first baseman, trying to get there. It's up in the seats. St. Mary's on their last strike. Let's see if he goes with the curveball here. He's been outstanding on the mound. He should have had a 1-hit shutout through 7 innings. There's the curveball for strike 3. You knew it was coming. 10 strikeouts for Sullivan. Williams will split the series with St. Mary's, winning it 2-1 in 8 innings. What a tough loss. Would have been a tough loss for either team, but a tough loss for St. Mary's at home. St. Mary's got their only hit in the second inning. Pacheco with a walk. DeCenzo got a base hit that got him to third. DeCenzo was thrown out trying to go to second base. The only hit was thrown out on the base pass. After that, a walk to Cabral in the 5th and 2 errors in the 7th that tied the game up were the only 3 base runners that Sullivan allowed. So 4 base runners, 2 walks, 2 errors, and 1 hit. He struck out 10, and he was just absolutely incredible on the mound. Williams got a run in the 7th after 2 quick outs, 3 consecutive base hits by 7, 8, and 9 in the lineup. Krochko, the left fielder, got the 3rd one. That made it 1-0 Williams over St. Mary's. St. Mary's got it back. Williams actually gave it back on the bottom of the 7th. Moretti reached on an error. The pinch runner was sacrificed to second base by Coppola. Pacheco hit a ground ball. It was thrown away. The pinch runner went to third. Pacheco reached. A ground ball by DeCenzo knocked the run in. Made it 1-1. They get out of the inning after that. And then in the 8th inning, Ryan, who was immense all day, the leadoff hitter, got his 4th straight hit. Stole second base. Got sacrificed to third. And Ballou hit the first pitch he saw and fly to right field and knocked in the run to make it 2-1. And then Sullivan took over in the bottom of the 8th. An easy tap to first and 2 big strikeouts, both of them on the curveball, called third strikes. Number 9 and number 10 gets St. Mary's out. St. Mary's will go to 9-4, 8-4 officially. Williams officially gets in the state tournament. They were in anyway with the record they had within their own division, the Sullivan rule it's called. But now they pick up the 10th win, so they're officially in. They'll go to 10-6. St. Mary's, as we mentioned, will drop to 9-4. And a tough loss for the Spartans, but it'll make it a little easier bus ride, late night bus ride back all the way back to Braintree with a 2-1 win. Williams will split the series with St. Mary's, and they do it in 8 innings. 2-1, Williams over St. Mary's. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm Don Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.